Welcome back to Destroy the Planet TV. We are Destroy the Planet. Hello, we are Destroy the Planet, and we'd like to talk to you a little bit about the band name.
You need to host a game show.
I totally would love that.
The name of the band is Destroy the Planet. Where that came from is I just like those old, I'm a huge, sci-fi geek, about things. I love B movies. I love the old monster movies. The Japanese monster movies. I love the old Universal horror movies. That's kind of, and that's where a lot of our songs come from. I'm a kind of comic book guy, so Destroy the Planet kind of, I just thought, it would look really cool on a shirt, it looks cool on my TV. It was really that vibe. I like what you said. It wasn't the Earth.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think when I say the band name to people like, ooh, Destroy the Planet, well, I'm not talking about Earth, maybe, but I mean the planet. So what could destroy the planet? What destroys the planet? How does a planet get destroyed? I mean, there's so many different innuendos on that. So we're not talking about, particularly this Earth, is it political? Is it not? I mean, I don't know, leave that up to you. It's not for us to decide.
Yeah, it's like, I think a couple times when, especially right off the bat, before people could hear the music, it seemed like it was like a militant, way above, what kind of band are you? It's like, it's really just think 50s drive-in. That's where we are. Same with the logo. I played with this logo. We actually met a new friend of ours over the past year and a half. His name is Ed. He lives in Belgium, and he's really fun. He likes to draw robots.
He's a great artist.
Yeah, he's amazing, and you can describe him something in my voice and get it to look like something that's cool.
You went through a couple different artists, didn't you?
Yeah, there were three, and just nobody really got what I was getting at, and it's hard. I like to be creative. There's a lot of things that I have done, creatively, but I didn't feel like I could nail a lot of these things. But the logo is pretty close to my logo that I came up with. But as you can see on the screen, what was fun about the logo was that I wanted it to be. I'm also a video game nerd, so I wanted it to have that. I love that video games break all the rules of what a logo should be, where the letters can go off the background. Like, those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, look at the Castlevania logo, look at Galaga. It comes off, and that's the whole idea, is it's alive.
It demands attention.
It has action, yeah. So our friend Ed, and he took it and made it into something. What I love, and again, we never want to get so close to something where it's infringing, and also we don't want to be unoriginal either. But he asked what the background of the logo should look like, and it's this kind of angled mess in there. And what Ed did was, he knew I liked Batman, he knew I liked Space Invaders, and so he made like the Bat, but a Space Invader.
A Bat Vader.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
anyway,
a
it's pretty fun. So
you should do a side project called Bat Vader.
So
all bass driven
with wolf sounds in the beginning.
So anyway, your band name is just as important as the logo, and your logo is as important as your band name. So I really think we have a strong band name. I think in a strong logo with it too. It really fits the theme of the music. All of our stuff is pretty subtle sci-fi. We talk about vampires, we talk about werewolves, we talk about the robots. Lots of robots.
Lots of robots.
It's just a fun thing for us. But we have been, especially right off the bat, we got some eyebrows raised about the what Destroy the Planet is. Are we?
It could be anything. It
Yeah.
could be Pluto. I mean, Pluto's been in, it's been out.
Well,
no offense to the Plutonians.
I mean,
Really?
it's a dwarf planet. It's a real planet.
Right,
I mean,
it's been in and out.
I mean,
what happened? What's going on with the asteroid
gets
belt?
no love,
Something happened between Mars and Jupiter, and we don't know. So there could have been a
It's
robot.
totally, yeah.
And see, this is where I go back to watching the movies, and they talk about
we actually talk about planets.
Yeah, I'm not the intellectual of that.
We're the planetary beings. He's the asteroid.
And then,
right? No.
Well, you've heard of Valiant Thor. Valiant Thor came here in the 50s to talk about what was going on with the Venusians.
of course, right on, Mike.
He knew Eisenhower.
So I guess the moral of the story is if you think destroy the planet is a dirty word, well, that's up to you.
Another thing I want to talk about is the title of the album as well. It's episode 1, Hungry for the Science. Hungry for the Science.
That's very important. The science, not just science, but the science.
And what this is when we got together with our artist friend, and he did the cover. I'm not gonna share the cover on this one yet because the album hasn't been out yet, but the cover is unreal. It was like, what do you name the album? And you could have named it, Destroy the Planet, The End of the World, or you could Destroy the Planet. And it could have been very, I know you guys haven't seen what the cover looks like.
Blowing up,
yeah,
and smithereens.
And it could have been very, like, on the nose, not subtle at all. And
thermal nuclear picnic of some sort, just blowing up, it's just...
And so,
a bit of an oxymoron, but...
it could have, but, it was almost like,
it's family friendly, right?
Sure. Yeah. So with the cover of the album, you haven't seen it yet, but it's really neat. The concept is pretty simple and it's really just cool. And the whole thing was like, it's better look cool on like somebody's like poster on the back of their door of their room or on a shirt or whatever. So we have this really cool image that I can't show you just yet, but
very soon.
We are neither endorsing or not endorsing the destruction of any planet. We are completely neutral.
That was a sentence of nothingness.
Non-committal.
I'm going to run for office after this. I think I could.
Very good political statement on the status of the name.
So the idea of destroying the planet is like, okay, so if a planet was to be destroyed, what did they want?
If it was not this or that.
And whomever these individuals were, what did they want? And
what they were.
And I thought they would want our science. So, it's just we're just having fun with titles and really like think 50s drive-in, think late night TV with a host wearing a vampire costume, like that's
Mystery Science 3000.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
Mystery that's kind of where we're coming from. Anyway,
you might want to think that. You don't have to think.
It's completely optional on the way you have a viewpoint about other things that may or may not have to do with anything.
No base camp here.
Yeah.
That's where the name came from. That's where the name of the album came from, and and where'd your name came from?
My personal name.
Albert.
It was I think it was my great. It's either my great grandfather's or my great great grandfather's name.
And he came from.
And I know Trent came from where I live because I live on Trenton Lane, so that's where his name came from.
And now everybody knows everybody knows how to get to your place now.
And Mike comes from Michael.
Yeah.
So I think we're all good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So we've got everything figured out. So we hope to see you next time on Destroy the Planet TV. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Don't go changing. Or go ahead and change. We don't care.
We're non-committal.
Reach on my